What's going on, everybody? Welcome into the Wager Alarm live stream. I'm your host, Howard Bender. With me tonight, we're going to play a little He Said, She Said with Jen Piacenti and Adam Ronis as we take a look at the spread for Super Bowl 55 between the Chiefs and the Bucs. We'll pick the spread, and then we'll pick the game on the over-under as well. I flipped a coin here to see who gets to go first, who gets to make their pick. Neither one of my contestants here know the answer. So, boom, here it comes. Adam Ronis, we start with you. It's Chiefs -3. That's the current spread right now. The over-under, for everybody's knowledge, there is 56.5. Let's start with the spread. Let's see if we like this bet. And, Adam, where are you going to go?
I like the Chiefs -3. I just haven't seen anybody slow this team down in the last few years in the postseason. I mean, realistically, we could be looking at Kansas City in the Super Bowl for the third straight year. 2 years ago, they lost to New England in overtime. And in that game, Kansas City was just completely shut down in the first half. They could not be stopped in the second half. And if Kansas City wins that coin toss, they go on to the Super Bowl. They won last year. You look at the postseason for Patrick Mahomes, they've scored 30 points in every game except the game a couple weeks ago when they played Cleveland. And Mahomes got hurt in that game. Left in the third quarter, they scored 22. No doubt in my mind, they top 30 points if Mahomes stays in the game. So anything that has been thrown the way of Kansas City, they take it down. I mean, people were like, oh, the 49ers defense last year. It was 10-10 at the half, and then Kansas City woke up, won the game. So, yeah, Tampa Bay's defense has been good. They can generate pressure, but I just don't see it. No one has slowed Kansas City down, and I'm not going to pick against them. You know, they essentially lost one game in the regular season. I'm not counting Week 17 when they rested their starters. And they lost to Oakland 40-32. Division rival, those things happen. I just don't see Kansas City losing this game. Tampa Bay's had a nice postseason run. They've had some things break their way. I mean, Green Bay couldn't take advantage of the 3 interceptions Brady threw last week. So I just think Kansas City wins this game. The only concern is the offensive line. But if they can figure things out, I think Andy Reid will. You give them 2 weeks, they'll make adjustments. They'll let Mahomes get rid of it quickly. Maybe they incorporate some new things in the offense. But I think Kansas City wins this game.
All right. Adam's got Chiefs -3. Jen, I see you nodding your head. Something tells me you are in agreement with Adam.
Well, Howard, as you can see, I'm here at Arrowhead. I can't go against the team from Kansas City, the Chiefs. I think they're absolutely going to win this one handily by the 3-point margin. No problem. I'm all in on the Chiefs. I just don't think you can stop this offense. Do I think it will be a competitive game? Yes. I think it'll be a fun game, but I think that the Chiefs are definitely going to come away with the victory. As Adam suggested, the Bucs have had a lot of things really break their way, and eventually I think the better team is going to win, and that's the Chiefs.
No, you know what? It's going to be a clean sweep. All three of us here, Kansas City -3. If the spread got a little bit bigger, that it might be something to kind of take into consideration. But I agree with the two of you. It's very tough to stop this offense. And that Bucs defense really hasn't been the same as it started. Yes, they can stuff the run, but their secondary's gotten a little weaker. They do get a little boost with Antoine Winfield returning to action at strong safety. But when you look at those cover corners, Jamel Dean and Carlton Davis, neither one of those guys are playing at the level that they started the season with. So I'm with you guys there. Jen, the over-under 56.5 seems pretty lofty. Are you tilted on the over or the under here?
I'm actually taking the under. I would love to see the over, but I think the one thing that we're all forgetting about is that defenses win championships. We've heard this over and over again. If you don't think that both Bruce Arians and his club and Andy Reid and his club are just sitting here figuring out how to stop the other side, then what do you think they're doing? I think there's going to be some great defensive plays in this game. I think there'll be some important stops. I think there's still going to be points, but it's not going to go over 56.5 is my feeling. Could it? Of course. But we've seen Tampa Bay be incredibly effective in the postseason defensively, and Kansas City absolutely has that ability. Honestly, Tampa Bay's best hope to me is the fact that that O-line is hurting a little bit in Kansas City. So I can absolutely see, Shaq Barrett getting a sack here and there. I can see Rashad Breeland picking off Tom Brady. I think Kansas City's defense could be just as important as Tampa Bay's. And so I think that the score is going to remain under 56.5.
All right. Under for Jen. Adam, which side are you on?
Yeah, I'm slightly under. I see right around 54. I don't really feel strongly about this. I would not play it, but if I'm forced to pick a side, I'm going to take the under. I think you're going to see a slow start on both sides. I mean, it's been an MO of Kansas City throughout the playoffs. So we saw it last year. Almost every game they got off to a slow start. They were down big against Houston last year and then came back. And even last week, they were down 9-0 after the first quarter against Buffalo. So I see a slow start by both teams that's going to create this game coming in just slightly under.
Yeah, I would love to go along with the two of you here, but I think a clean sweep for both the over and under and the point total and the spread. Well, I mean, what fun is that, right? So yeah, there's going to be somebody right, there's going to be somebody wrong, and I'll just turn around and say I think this one finishes up something in the 38-30 range in favor of Kansas City. I'll take me the over on this one here. I know it's one of those things where the public tends to bet what they prefer to see as opposed to actually what should be. So in truth, I do think the both of you are correct on leaning on the under. Adam makes a great point about slow starts. You know that the Bucs are going to want to do a little bit of running. We've seen Tom Brady in the past, like he prefers those long methodical drives to kind of keep the opposing QB off the field. So but I'll still just go against you two just for the sake of going against you two. So there you have it. That's the spread. That's the total. For Jen Piacenti and Adam Ronis, I'm Howard Bender. Thanks for watching the Wager Alarm live stream. We'll catch you next time.